Now, performers find themselves in all sorts of interview situations, from talk shows, opening night Q&A, press calls, conferences, even auditions. There's one thing professionals do to look instantly better. In fact, just this week, I've seen Emma Stone, Robert Downey Jr., Emily Blunt, among other A-listers, do this one thing all the way through awards season. So what is this miraculous secret? It's hair. It's got to be hair. Makeup. Makeup's the thing. Yeah. Designer outfit. That means you really made it, right? In fact, it's so simple. Once you see it, you'll wonder why you never noticed it before. Hi, I'm Scott. You're watching Inside Musicals, the channel for all things musical theatre. One thing I love about these quick tips is that their impact, their effectiveness is so out of proportion to the small amount of effort it takes to do them. So be sure to try it for yourself. Now, one of the problems with sit-down interviews is as soon as we make ourselves comfortable, we tend to slouch. When that lower back curves under, the rib cage collapses, which gives us a paunch. We breathe more shallowly, so we sound breathless and tired. Shoulders roll forward, the neck collapses. And it closes us off from both the interviewer and the audience. And anyone who's done acting classes or any kind of body awareness knows that as soon as we lose that connection to the energy and dynamism of the spine, we look like a lump, an immovable lump. It looks small, disengaged, de-energized. So how do we look immediately better? I'm sure we could just straighten the shoulders, but that doesn't really cut it. So the real fix is, wait for it, tilt the pelvis forward. Ta-da! Now, I'll explain why it works, and I'll give you a couple of variations for different scenarios. When the pelvis tips forward, the spine's more likely to support itself. So we're longer in the abdomen, we're more open in the chest, we breathe easier, so we sound more relaxed. And with that strength from the core, we're more flexible and responsive, so we seem both more engaged and engaging. Quick aside, if you're wearing a tailored dress or jacket, this is going to make you look much better in your clothes, which is going to please your stylist if you have one. Bonus tip, never piss off your stylist. This technique is not about holding any one rigid position. It's about maintaining the connection to the spine so we can still tilt, twist, maybe flirt a little, as long as we keep the length through the back and the neck. Now, you may want one or both feet on the floor to support your movement and balance, and maybe one foot in front of the other to look more natural. Now, if you find yourself sinking into an overly soft chair or couch, sit on the front edge where there's more likely to be support underneath. Now, if they put you in a very high chair or stool, use a footrest if there is one, or again, sit on the front edge where you can reach at least 1 foot to the floor. Another pro tip, if you're on a tall chair but behind a desk, say a panel or conference, bring your own footstool so your legs aren't dangling. This is what I use in all these videos to give me something to lean on for hours on end. Now, sometimes we don't want to be perched on the front of a chair. We want to look less formal, more relaxed, in which case sit all the way at the back of the chair so the back's supported, but maintaining that forward pelvis position. And this is something Robert Downey Jr. does so well. In fact, he often crosses his legs and tilts towards the interviewer with an open torso from that forward pelvis. And when you watch these experienced performers, you realize this is no mistake. They're not in someone's living room. This is an interview. And like it or not, an interview is a performance. You're on display. You're the focus. You need all the charm and charisma you can muster. And this is just one of the tools to bring it all to life. Now, inevitably, there's someone who says, "No, I shall not heed your advice. I shall be keeping it real." I think that's how they talk. And that's fine. You don't have to listen to me. But the problem with real is that real life is too generalized, too fleeting to come across clearly on stage or screen. And there's a reason why actors work so hard to find the essence of a moment, to expand it, and to hold it long enough to communicate to an audience. But sure, you go ahead, ignore it. Sit there like a lump with your stupid underturned pelvis. Because see, that's what they're saying. To see that guy on that show with a stupid underturned pelvis? People are so judgy. Not me, but some people. As with all these techniques, it takes time to become second nature, so make it a habit of everyday life. Use it in the workplace, meetings, job interviews, auditions, asking the folks to borrow the car. Anywhere you need to connect with others. When do you feel more authoritative? Do you look more confident, more engaged, more engaging? Leave me a comment. But for now, thank you so much for watching. I do love you. My tilted forward pelvis. Did it just get weird in here? Get out there, be brilliant. At interviews,